Let's go boogie with my dresses, uneasy couture for the first time in Venice. Let's go and parade.
Good morning, buongiorno.
Welcome to Castello Ceconi a Pielungo.
Ciao everybody, welcome to the Graphistudio YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe with the link below, click the bell as well, so you can be tuned every time we post a video. See you soon, ciao! Welcome back from Castel Ceconi, Italy. So you just saw a lot of videos, incredible people, talents sharing knowledge, but it's now time for the first proper I would say full immersion in our products. So we are here talking about the Yervant. The Yervant has been possibly the most iconic product that we released over the last years. And I'm sure that with Jeremy, we will provide you some insights about the concept itself, about what's going on with this program. We are about to announce the new step and much more than that. So, Jeremy, on you, I think you have some exciting news for our viewers.
Yeah, we have some incredibly exciting news, Dario, and thank you. What a great start to the day. This has been a gargantuan effort by all the team at Graphistudio. Thanks to Tullio and the other directors, they've pulled together something amazing, both here at the castle, but to be able to bring this whole thing live to you has been just a task beyond recognition. So I'm really proud to be a part of it. So let's get into the product, the young book itself. Now, twice during this session, maybe, but certainly now, we're going to give you the opportunity to win, not to win, to be gifted a present from us, £500 young book. Up to £500 or dollars or euros. All you have to do is to click on the link that's going to appear on your screen, put in your details. It doesn't matter if you've entered before. We're really happy to get multiple entries, and we will gift a young book to a random winner throughout this little small session. But you have a very short window to do it, the next 5 minutes, to actually click on the link and put your details in there. So the value of up to £500 on just one young book. So that can be an insane amount of capability that you have in your hands. So let's talk about the young book itself. So the young book was brought as a concept and a new idea to the business because we appreciated that many people are moving into smaller homes, into small apartments, small houses. There's no space for storage. There's no lofts in the roof. And in fact, when we look at people's households and we look at what they're buying, often they'll buy boxes to go on their coffee table or on their shelves. And we thought, well, why not have more than just a box from IKEA or wherever you happen to buy it from that means nothing to you? Why not have a blank canvas of a box that inside it's holding your wedding album? And so the young book concept was invented a few years ago, launched, and it's been incredibly successful. No longer does it have to be a giant wedding album that gets put into a cardboard box and then put away and hidden, never to be seen again. Sitting on your coffee table could be your young book of your wedding, of your portrait session with your children and your family, of your pets, whatever it happens to be, it can go in the young book. And it's one of the young book programs that we have that gives you that chance to create new things. So let's have a look at the product itself. So the young book itself is a book within its own box system, and you can create it however you want to do. And you've created the configurator to be able to do that, haven't you, Dario?
Yeah, exactly. This has been the first product that we provided in a full environment, so to speak. So we have allowed our customers to design the presentation box as well as the book in a completely different way than usual. So before the young book, this traditional industry was all about catalogs with covers, with things like, model 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and, as far as you can find something that goes more or less close to your taste. With the young book instead, we have enabled our clients to, for the first time, to design their own piece. When I say design, I literally mean it. It's a matter of materials and colors and combination of the two elements. Not only that, but we have allowed people to overprint and create incredible patterns like this, for instance. On top of the lid, you might be able to see how it shines. This is what we call the raised overprinting, and it's a technology that literally transforms the lid or the cover into a canvas that you can paint on.
If you just to interrupt there a second, Dario, if those that are in the UK community, and I believe it was shared elsewhere, where there was a fantastic video from David Stanbury about a Chinese wedding where the Chinese tea ceremony, the silk of the dress was replicated through our UV overprinting, and it gave the feeling of the whole box was wrapped in the dress material. So check out the Graphistudio UK Facebook community or some of the others and just type in David Stanbury and Chinese and you should find it.
But one of the characteristics of this product is that it's extremely flexible. So you can have what we call the traditional young book, which is basically this design. So it's a clear cut, as you can see. So the cover and the block have exactly the same size. Okay, and so it's more modern, it's minimal, it's a completely different design than the actual wedding book. So starting from this design, we develop this concept towards something more classic, like what we call the hardback cover in the Yervant program, which is this. So as you can tell, the difference is that in this case, you have a rigid panel that looks a little bit more like a traditional book, but still in the same amazing concept of the presentation box with this clamshell opening. In this case, I'm recommending an MOV version, which is a module that you can add onto the same box as of a regular Yervant, and you can play videos, slideshows, music. It's an amazing add-on for those of you that actually sells videography along with photography.
But not
Jeremy?
just that, it can be anything to go on there. You can have slideshows of the photographs that are in the album. You could even ask your client to provide their photographs and you can create a slideshow to go in there. It could be a selection of memories. It could even be if you're on a shoot and you want to shoot a little bit of video, maybe of a family portrait shoot, and you just shoot a little movie of the child running away, and you turn to mum and say, oh, isn't he having a great time? And you could incorporate that into it itself. The product is so versatile, and it's up to you to decide what you want from it. You can see Dario showing you now the actual smaller young book. So there's multiple different sizes. So we start in that 15 by 20 size and we go all the way up to 40 by 30 or 30 by 40 centimeters. We include in it all the different paper technologies that we have. So you can have it as a matted album, or you can have it as a traditional lay flat with all of the HD print technologies that we have. So the luster and the glossy, we have laminations. Pretty much all of the different finishes that we have can be used in this product. So, and similarly, pretty much all of the different materials that we can have can wrap the product as well. So we can put the product in any of the linens that you can see here, the leathers, and we've got some new ones we're going to share with you in a minute too. But plus, and Dario's about to show you the crystal glance option that can be put around the book itself.
Yeah, so basically in the Yervant you can have three different cover types. So the classic Yervant one, the minimal modern design that I show you at first, then the hardback cover, as well as the crystal glance cover. So you really design it, you really, let's say, make it yours depending on the subject, or depending on your brand identity, depending on your story that you want to recreate in this amazing book.
Something I love about the crystal glance on the young book, and what a lot of people don't appreciate and realize, is that you can actually choose whatever material you want to go on the back and the spine. And you can do that in many of our albums as well. But with the young book, to give it that extra strength, we build in the crystal glance all the way around the album to give it that inherent strength to make sure it's going to last for a lifetime.
Yeah, well said. And this is a very classy, in this case, I would say, sort of tuxedo in terms of weddings.
It's an iconic album from an iconic photographer.
Exactly,
I
was about to say.
Our great friend and business partner, Yervant.
Yeah, you know, this timeless, classy photography by Yervant. It just gives justice to the product.
He changed the market completely.
I used to say to all the photographers, in the wedding industry, there is a before and after Yervant. Definitely he's been, a sort of milestone. And after Yervant came, and with this completely different approach, everybody else saw, oh wow, this is new. Yeah. And actually
that's a brilliant lead. Thank you very much for that, Dario, to lead into something really incredibly exciting. So we're going to show you a couple of new ideas now, because we've got Yervant 2.0, which is a new product that we're going to be launching shortly. And I'm also going to share with you a new way of us wrapping the Yervant and indeed the cover itself. Now, those of you who have seen our Canvas Pro, and we're going to talk about our wall art a little bit later on, will have touched and felt how luxurious and how amazing it is. We're going to offer that Canvas Pro capability as a wrap around the albums themselves. And this beautiful, beautiful album from Lenny and Erica Two-Man gives us that fantastic, beautiful touch of the Canvas Pro.
It's from a design standpoint, they did something that we rarely see. So they use the capability, the design capability behind the Yervant to the very extreme boundary, meaning they got the pattern from this beautiful forest that is here on the cover. They rubbed the entire volume. They took the same pattern and they printed on the box, just in shades of gray, and so they have recreated the same mood. And it's, you know, it goes all around.
It's a
just-
stunning
it's-
piece. That's the first
it's
time I saw it was
wrapped.
last night, and I couldn't keep my hands off it. It's an amazing product, and it's just a small evolution of a really amazing product. Now, talking about evolutions, Young Book 2, and in fact in here we've got more than just the Young Book 2. We've got some of the first of the printing on leather that we've created. So this is a heavy book, so we're probably going to need some help together to do this one. So as Dario mentioned earlier, on the top of this box we've got this stunning UV over printing with a slightly raised varnish to give you that tactile feel. So you've got Sarah and John in the black, and then you've got this beautiful pattern which you can touch and feel. So what's amazing about this, and I really love this, is we've created some little diamonds, and this is what I love about innovation within Graphistudio.
Indeed.
We've found a way to create that perfect way of keeping that box open.
So before even going into the box, let me show you the first new feature of the 2.0, just this prism.
These two little prisms that are built into the back of the album, and to show the innovation within the company, we 3D print these. We make these ourselves. There's nothing off the shelf that we do. So as per usual, we invent it and we come out with it. And what does that do for you? That lifts and keeps the lid open. That's a big heavy book, so I know Dario's trying to show it through so Lisa can actually film that for us, whilst we're keeping our distances as well. That's kind of hard to do that, isn't it? So
yeah, luckily we are outdoors, so rules are a little bit less tight.
Now let's look inside it, because we really need to. We've got to expand on this.
Yeah, you know, with the original Young Book, and you can see the difference in terms of concept, let alone the design, but the concept is different. In this case, as Jeremy quite rightly said before, we were looking for a presentation box and a book to save space, basically, and to give to young couples the preferred solutions. But in this case, instead, with the 2.0...
Take a look at this. This is stunning.
Yeah.
And look at the bevels that we've built in there to create a true frame. It's a frame of the album. It's framing that album itself. And no longer do we need to put the ribbon in to lift the album out, because you have that space to just pop your fingers in there and pull it out. This is a stunning piece. You know, as per usual, people come along and copy all the things that we innovate, mostly not very well. This is just a stunning innovation, because for me, it elevates that Young Book into something so incredible.
I couldn't agree more. You can see the same rise varnishing, the finishing on top of the internal lead panel, and on the cover, this is a very, you know, this is pure luxury. This is leather. Is printed on leather.
Printed on leather. Hang on, let's stop press here. Printed on leather. Now, we all know that you can print on leather for many years, but it doesn't last, does it? It turns yellow. How can we have done this so that it's going to survive?
Well, yeah, you know, it takes a lot of R&D, because you're right. One of the typical issues with printed on leather is, you know, the yellowish things that happen over time, as well as even when you print on
I just have to very quickly interrupt you there, because guess what?
Don't tell me that
Guess
again.
what? It's time for us to give away another £500 worth of Young Book. So
we have 2 slots in this.
We've got 2 slots in this one. That's another £500, up to £500 of the Young Book. You'll see the link come up. You've got to click on it and fill it in within 5 minutes. Please keep on doing it. Even if you've done it before, please keep sending it. We just want to get as many people to get these £500 gifts.
So before we end up with this session, just let me say just one last thing. From a design standpoint, you can tell the difference. Now, in the original version of the Young Book, the material goes all around and wraps the box. But with this new version, this new generation allows you to use 2 different colors. As you can tell, the box was perfectly white with the overprint erase element, but inside it's black. And it's just this column pattern makes it completely different. And it's an amazing add-on to a concept that already proved to be winning.
So we're running out of time.
Oh,
we're already running out of time.
Oh, my goodness.
It's such a great product for us
Time
to
to
think
move
about.
on.
Please don't forget, keep on coming and joining us and seeing us, because we've still got 2 more to give away today. We've got still 2 more things. What's happening next, Dario?
So we are about to take you to the next shooting session. This time we will be outdoor. So natural light with our maestro today, the mind-blowing Mauricio Arias Mora.
For me, that question is twofold. The first is their customer service team, which feels much more like family than classic customer service with other companies. They care deeply about my experience and about my client's experience. So if I have a custom order that needs extra shepherding through the process, they are right there. If I need something shipped quickly, they will move heaven and earth to make that happen, if at all possible. And if I have questions, they are answered almost immediately. In fact, I've learned to stop asking Marine Niasis questions after late afternoon California time, because if I send her a text at 8 p.m. thinking she's going to get back to me in the morning, she answers right back at 11 p.m. her time. The second part of my answer to that has everything to do with Graphi products. And I'll illustrate that this way. So we're allowed a very, very short description on my local business network page to describe our business. And mine is worded this way. Well-crafted headshots, award-winning fine art and family heirloom portrait photography, including your pets, tell and retell your story with handmade Italian wall art, keepsake folios, and albums of unmatched quality. End quote. So 50% of my business description has to do with the incredible products that I offer. And it's absolutely a differentiator between me and other photographers, and clients can tell. So we know that Graphistudio produces some of the finest deliverables for photographers in the world, right? The difference for me is how these products make me feel about my portrait work and about my brand. So when I started to offer Graphi's wall art and the Canvas Pro in particular, it was immediately obvious to me that I needed to increase my prices. My self-value went up because the level of my products went up. And it changes the tone of the conversation when you can say to your inquiries, I offer handmade Italian wall art that's crafted like custom furniture and museum quality, and it's rated to last for 300 years. Mic drop. It becomes really evident to inquiries and to existing clients that these products are really special and make you really, really special. That's the effect that it had on me. Certainly the gift of time with my family for education, and the gift of finding other ways to connect with my clients. So who knew that teaching my clients to take me on a tour of their home and teaching them how to collaborate together and design wall art for them to live with and pass down was going to be a thing. But it's become a thing, and it's really fun, and it's collaborative, which is my favorite part of working with my clients. Let's see, can you talk about a special experience with a client where the delivery of their photograph has had a positive impact? Oh yeah, and for that, I am going to let one of my very favorite clients speak to you in her own voice about her experience. Her name is Rebecca Troxel. Enjoy.
I'm Rebecca Troxel, and I had Brady Thomas do my wedding portraits before my wedding this past November of 2019. And as you can see from my photos, I'm not what you would consider a traditional bride. And my husband and I wanted something really special in having beautiful wedding portraits that we could take our time without being rushed by the fact that our wedding party was waiting for us on our wedding day. And so we had a photo shoot about a month before our wedding where it was just a full day of my husband and I. We got to have all kinds of different sceneries and setups that we could express our love for each other and really celebrate our relationship that we've had for the last 15 years. And the photo shoot itself was such a very special memory to my husband and I that I will be forever grateful to have that special day as part of our special day. And as you can see, we had something really, really beautiful come out of our photo shoot with Brady. So Brady, thank you so much for giving us these beautiful memories to have forever.